Okay, okay. Well, thank you very much. I speak in a national capacity, not in the name of the council. I think I have to make this clear at the beginning. It's an echo. What do I have to do? How? I take it out?
Just like twist it.
Like this?
Ah, okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I'm speaking in, but still echo. I'm speaking in national capacity. And I just want to brief you on the consultations that we had on Sudan. So we had consultations on Sudan. Director Rosorno was briefing us, especially on humanitarian situation. I believe that majority of the council members recognized and welcome the decision of the Sudanese authorities to open the Adre crossing point for humanitarian assistance. This is something that Security Council was calling upon for months, including in the resolutions. We recognized and we welcome that the Sudanese authorities at the end opened Adre, which enables now delivery of humanitarian aid inside Darfur. So this is a new element, a positive element that we recognize and we welcome. At the same time, of course, we called for this, for Adre to remain open and for the delivery, humanitarian delivery to sustain. There are huge needs. There's still 26 million of people in Sudan with food shortages. There is still 7 million that are starving. There is still problems in the camp of some camp. So it's not that the problems are over, but at least we have access. There is access to the people in need. Next, I think that everybody express, or majority of the council, or we express support for the ongoing efforts, UN efforts, bilateral efforts, regional efforts to help parties reach or start discussing the ceasefire and an agreement. I think we also all called on the parties to put additional urgent efforts and find a solution to stop the conflict in Sudan. We also, several members expressed concern with external interference, which is still an issue, and it's still important for the Council to keep pressure or to call on the foreign actors to stop interfering in the conflict. When I was mentioning the mediation efforts that are ongoing, we were also briefed by the US and Switzerland about their efforts. And there were calls by the members of the Council to enhance coordination of all these mediation efforts that are ongoing. So in principle, I think this was the discussion, so that the Council remains seized of the matter, concerned with humanitarian situation, which is still dire, and of course, Ms. Vosorno had a very dire briefing about the situation, the lack of the funding, and the horrible atrocities that are continue to happen in Darfur. So it's important for the Council to remain seized, to recognize the positive element about the Adre, but at the same time to call on the parties to increase the efforts to reach the ceasefire. Yes.
Thank you, Ambassador. It's Pamela Falk from U.S. News and World Report. In addition to the Adre crossing opening, Is there any plan to try to increase aid with such desperate famine, particularly since some of the bridges have been closed?
Yes, I think that Mr. Sorum was briefing us on that. I think it's better if OCHA replies about those efforts. But yes, I think there are plans and they're working on other access points to deliver aid. Because of the floods and everything, she was mentioning the issues, and now it's the rainy season and problems. Even when the trucks come inside the country, they might get stuck on the road because of the huge water floods. Yeah.
Mr. Ambassador, you said that a majority of the council supported the opening of the Andre crossing. That meant to me that there are some council members who don't support it. Is there any reason why you wouldn't support the opening of the Andre?
No, I said majority of the council members because I cannot speak in the name of all council members. I think probably we all spoke about Adre. But we didn't have agreement that I speak in the name of the council, and that's why I said majority. But maybe some stress more, some stress less. But probably all of us really spoke about Adre because it's a new element from the previous briefing that we had.
Do you foresee any new Security Council product on Sudan?
At the moment, nothing is on the table, but I think we are play by ear. We're playing by ear, and as the situation will evolve, if there will be, if we'll have a feeling that another product would help the efforts, either mediation efforts of La Mamra or others, or if it will help with the humanitarian access, then of course we will go into that. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ambassador.